Muhammadu Buhari, soldier, statesman, and the man who belonged to nobody. Documentaries written by Hassan Sarkin of S-Noma TV. On July 13, 2025, former Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari passed away in a London hospital at the age of 82. With him went a lifetime of history, military command, political resilience, and a democratic milestone that redefined African leadership. Few figures in Nigeria's modern history have provoked as much passion, debate, and reflection. From the parched plains of Daura to the high tower of Abuja and the international corridors of power, Buhari's journey is the history of Nigeria itself, marked by a struggle, reform, disappointment, and resilience. From Katsina to Barak, born December 17, 1942 in the ancient town of Daura, Katsina State, Buhari was the 23rd child of his father Adamu Bafalaje. Raised in modest circumstances, he enrolled in the Nigerian army at the age 19. He trained in the Kaduna and later in the United Kingdom, earning his officer's commission at Moon's Officer Cadet School in 1962. Buhari rose quickly through the ranks. He served during the Nigerian Civil War and later held a key position, including military governor of the northeastern state and federal commissioner, minister for petroleum. His military career was marked by discipline, efficiency, and a reputation of incorruptibility, a quality that would later define his public persona. The coup and the war against indiscipline. On the December 31, 1983, Nigeria's Second Republic collapsed under a military coup led by Buhari, then a major general. The civilian administration of President Shehu Shagari was deposed and amid accusation of corruption and economic mismanagement. As military head of state, Buhari ushered a short but intense period of discipline. His war against indiscipline sought to enforce order, tardiness, and was punished. Public sanitation mandate and civil obedience became a national mantra. By August 27, 1985, Buhari himself was ousted in another bloodless coup led by General Ibrahim Babangida. Buhari was placed under house arrest for nearly 3 years. The quiet years and rebate. For much of the 1990s, Buhari stayed out of the spotlight. In 1995, under General Sani Abacha, he was appointed chairman of the Petroleum Trust Fund (PTF), a body responsible for directing proceeds from increased fuel price toward infrastructure development. Under his leadership, the PTF was lauded for its relative transparency, even amid the wider corruption of the Abacha's regime. But Buhari's eyes were now set on something larger: democracy. He re-emerged in 2003 as a civilian politician, running for president under All Nigerian People's Party (ANPP). He lost, as he will again in 2007 and 2011. Each time he alleged electoral fraud, yet he refused to abandon the political path. The turning point, 2015. It took 12 years and 3 failed attempts, but in 2015, Muhammadu Buhari made history, running as the candidate of a broad coalition and under the All Progressive Congress (APC). He defeated incumbent President Goodluck Jonathan in the most credible in Nigerian post-independence election. Sworn in on May 29, 2015, Buhari became the first opposition candidate in Nigerian history to peacefully unseat a sitting president. His message was simple: anti-corruption, security, and economic revival. A presidency of a high hopes and hardship realities. In office, Buhari launched a sweeping anti-corruption campaign. Several former ministers and political figures tried and convicted. Billions in looted funds were recovered, and international partners raised effort to clean up Nigerian reputations. Security was another focus. Buhari's military background gave hope to millions in the northeast, where Boko Haram insurgents wreaked havoc. Under his command, Nigerian forces recaptured territory and rescued some of the kidnapped Chibok school girls. But new threats emerged: banditry, farmer-herder conflicts, and mass kidnapping expanded into the central and the northwestern Nigeria. The economy proved a more stubborn foe. Oil price plunged in 2016, sending Nigeria into its first recession in over 2 decades. Another followed in 2020. Exacerbated by the global COVID-19 pandemic, inflation saw unemployment rose and foreign investment decline. Critics accuse Buhari of relying on outdated economic policy and being disconnected from the private sector. Social unrest erupted 2020 with the End SARS movement, a nationwide protest against police brutality. The government heavy-handed response, most infamously the Lekki toll gate, drew condemnation and home and abroad. When Buhari later banned Twitter in 2021 after he deleted off his tweets, the move was seen as an autocratic, regenerating debate about the democratic credentials. The final chapter. After serving 2 terms, Buhari stepped down in handing over to his elected successor, President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He returned to Daura, where he spent his retirement farming, writing, and receiving visitors. True to his campaign slogan, "I belongs to everybody and I belongs to nobody," he remained distant from partisan politics. In April 2025, during a routine medical visit to London, Buhari was diagnosed with advanced leukemia. He was hospitalized in private clinic, and for several weeks, his condition was kept secret from the public. On July 13, 2025, at approximately 4:30 p.m. GMT, Muhammadu Buhari passed away. He was 82 years. His body was flown back to Nigeria and buried in Daura on July 15, according to Islamic rites. Dignitaries across the African and overseas sent a condolence. Tribute came from former allies and opponents alike, each acknowledging the outsized role he played in shaping African and Nigerian history. Legacy a nation reflects. How will Muhammadu Buhari be remembered? To some, he was a disciplined patriot who sacrificed personal comfort for national duty. A rare, incorruptible figure in political landscape, too often defined by self-interest, his 2015 victory remains a watershed for Nigerian democracy. To others, he failed to deliver on his promises. The economic falter, security remained elusive. His aloof leadership style and recurring medical absence drew criticism, especially among younger Nigerians seeking transparency and change. Yet, no one can deny his significance. Buhari's life spanned Nigerian evolution from colonial rule to independence, military dictatorship, and democratic governance. He served the country in a war and peace, in barrack and ballot. As Nigeria look forward, he does so bearing the imprint of man who belongs to nobody but touch everybody. This is Hassan Sarkin Noma, read from S-Noma TV. Keep following us on our Twitter and our YouTube channels for more documentaries, news, enlightenment. Thank you.